Hey, it's John from Tinderbox Arts. So quick little video today on center stands and how to raise your bike on the center stand. When you first get a center stand, if you're new to it, it seems intimidating, but it's actually pretty easy. And these center stands are really useful. I mean, you do pay a penalty for weight in having one on the bike, but you know, the benefits you get from putting it down and being able to do maintenance when the bike is on the center stand, for storing it long term, and even for parking it on unstable ground, a center stand is really nice to have. All right, the first thing you need to understand is conceptually, what you're doing is not pulling the bike up on the stand. You're using the leverage of your foot and your leg on the stand, and you're going to basically extend your leg. I'm going to show you this. You're going to extend your leg, and that action is what pulls the bike up on the stand. What you're not doing is, you know, finding somewhere on the frame and trying to yank it up with your shoulders and your arms. That's not the concept. All right, the first step, what you need to do is extend the center stand until it hits the ground. All right, now I still have obviously the regular kickstand down, but I'm going to extend this till it hits the ground. Then I'm going to grab the handlebar, and somewhere on the bike here, it's nice to have. You could just use your hand on the seat. It doesn't really matter, but somewhere you feel comfortable to grab to. And you're going to push the bike, keeping your foot down, your right foot in this case down, until you feel that bike center on those 2 feet. I'm going to show you a close-up of this so you understand what I'm talking about. All right, so I'll put the center stand down. Now you're looking at it from the right side of the bike right now, and you can see the 1 foot is off the ground. So I'm just going to tilt the bike until that foot finds the ground. All right, now I'm centered, and I know both feet of that center stand are touching the ground. So I'm going to push this center stand down till I feel the first leg hit. Then I'll turn the bike until I feel it's centered. The wheels are straight ahead. I have my left hand on the handlebar. I got to grab somewhere in the frame just to stabilize it. Then I'm just going to pop down with my right leg, and my right leg is going to be doing all the work, not my hands or my shoulders or my arms. So I'll pop down quick, and it pops right up. So that's really the key, is your foot here, your leg, by straightening out your leg, that's doing all the work. Now to get the bike back down, you see I still have the kickstand, the regular kickstand down here. Now not everybody does it this way. Some people are tall enough where they can sit on the seat and push with both legs, and they'll push the bike over. For me, I'm just not tall enough to do that. So what I like to do is leave this regular kickstand down, all right? And then I just give it a good push with my hands on the handlebars, and that'll tick this over. Watch. Now I keep my right hand on the brake, so I have, you know, some way of stopping the bike from rolling forward. And now that I have it off the stand, I can just push it, let it back down on the regular kickstand. And then to get it back up again, push that down, find the center spot. When I'm happy I have the center spot, pop up. Now, what about a larger bike? Like this is a BMW R1200RT, a heavier bike, bigger bike. What about this? Is this going to be more difficult? Actually, I find this bike a little easier. This center stand just happens to be a little bit better balanced, and that's part of the equation. So in this case, again, I have the regular kickstand down. Here is the center stand, and there's that little bugger sticking out right there, so you can put your foot on it. And this one, I happen to have crash bars right here, so it's real easy to grab onto them. So this bike I actually find easier to put up. But again, I'm going to keep the wheels straightened. I'll have my left hand on the handlebars. I'm going to push down with my right foot, and I'm just going to tilt it up until I feel that second foot hit. So that right there is where I'm centered, okay? And again, this is a heavier bike, and I don't weigh a lot, but I'm just going to push down with my right foot, and it's going to pop right back up on the stand. I'm not going to use my arms or my shoulders. Pop it up, and it goes right up. And this one's a lot better balanced, like I said, than the Bonneville. So it's pretty easy to get up on the stand, even though it looks heavier. To get it off, again, there's no way I'm going to be able to get my my butt up here and my feet on the ground. It just doesn't work that way for me. So for me to get this off, I leave the kickstand down, And I'm just going to give it a good shove forward and keep my right hand on the brake so it doesn't roll on me. And then I just put it back down on the stand. Simple as that. All right. One more time to get it back up. Push this down. One foot is touching. Center it so both feet of the center stand are touching. And then I'm just going to pop it up by pushing down on my leg. And up it goes. All right. Pretty simple. So really it's all a conceptual thing. A lot of people when they're first trying this, they tend to try to lift up the whole bike with their back and their arms and their shoulders. That's not what you want to do. All the work is done by your foot and your leg just extending like that. And if you think about a straight line from, you know, your toe here right up your leg to your hip, that's really where all the work is happening. And when you straighten your leg out like that, as long as you're keeping your toe on this center stand, it's just going to want to pop up. It's just natural. It'll happen. So give that a try, and I think you'll find it's pretty easy.